Hey beautiful, welcome back to the mini series. In the last video, I gave you a little bit of a better understanding of macronutrients, so the ratio of protein, carbohydrates, and fat, and why it's so important for women over the age of 40. When it comes to weight management, when it comes to your energy levels, when it comes to your overall health. What we're going to do in the next couple of videos is we're going to focus in on each of those macronutrients. And today I'm going to talk about the most important of all, which is protein. Okay, so I'm going to start by talking about why is protein so key for women over 40. Then I'm going to talk about how much protein should you be aiming for? Where should you be getting that protein? And then finally, I'm going to give you a great tool so that you can start to get into action and implement the information from this video. And I'm going to keep it short and sweet. We won't take a deep dive today. Again, I'm going to really focus on the need to know and keep these little trainings as short as possible because I know that your time is precious. So let's dive right into why protein is so key. So if you remember from the first video, I explained that over the age of 40, women are more susceptible to something called sarcopenia, which is age-related muscle mass loss. It's just part of aging. That being said, it is preventable as long as we are doing two things. The first thing is strength training, which we can talk about in another video. And the second one is making sure that we are getting adequate amounts of protein. That is one of the main reasons, regardless of your goal, that you should be dialing in that macronutrient as soon as possible. Because we want to protect that lean muscle mass. It's going to help with your longevity, it's going to help with your weight management, and you're going to look better naked if you have more muscle. That's what it kind of boils down to. Okay, so that's number one. The second reason, and this is specific to those of you that are watching that want to lose weight, the second reason that protein is super key is because it is the most satiating of the macros. So when it comes to weight loss, one of your main goals is hunger management. You want to be able to build meals that are going to keep you feeling full and satisfied, all while creating a little bit of a caloric deficit. And protein is the key. It is so important here because it's quite slow to digest, and it won't spike your blood sugars, and it's just going to give you this nice even energy and keep you just feeling good, like not hungry for a much longer period of time than a meal that is composed primarily of carbohydrates, for example. Okay, so those are the two main reasons. So what's the goal? How much protein should you be aiming for? I like to give women as an initial goal about 90 to 100 grams per day, which you might be, okay, well, what does that even look like? So inside my program, Perimenopause Body Solutions, I teach women a very simple visual hand portion guide. I call it the Macros Simplified Method. And it teaches my clients how to use their hand to approximate their servings so that they know that they're getting approximately the right amount of protein. We don't worry about the details. We focus on the big rocks. Okay, so how do you do that? So I want you to think of when you're eating protein, number one is I want you to start to think of how you can get protein dense foods into your diet. So by protein dense, I'm talking about animal protein like chicken, beef, pork, fish. I'm talking about eggs and egg whites. I'm talking about certain types of dairy like cottage cheese and Greek yogurt. If you're plant-based, I'm talking about tofu and tempeh. And then also just protein supplements like protein powders, right? Protein powders. I love when women can eat real food, but when it comes to protein, I find that a lot of women need to substitute with a supplement in order to reach their goals. Okay, so number one, you need to know where to get those protein dense foods, and don't worry, I've got a cheat sheet for you. Number two is you're going to use my macro simplified method, and it's super simple. Boom, 1 palm of protein, dense foods from my list at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It is literally that simple. So that 1 palm of protein, depending on what you're eating, will be approximately 25 grams of protein. The rest of the protein throughout, you'll get the rest of your protein throughout the day. So if you have a palm at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's 75. And then throughout the day, if you're eating nuts and seeds and some vegetables, maybe some cheese, it's gonna add up to approximately 90 to 100 grams. That's all you have to do. Just focus on that 1 palm of animal dense protein, okay? Super simple. So what you're going to do next is I want you, when you finish watching this video, I want you to give me a thumbs up, okay? I want you to just go back to Messenger, give me a thumbs up, let me know that you watched this. And I'm gonna send you 2 tools that you can use for the rest of the week. Number 1 is going to be, like I said, a list of protein dense foods with approximately how much you need to hit that 25 grams. And then the second thing I'm going to give you is some high protein breakfast recipes, because I know for a fact that that is the most challenging meal for women when it comes to hitting their protein. So we're going to change that starting today. Now, I'm not going to send you the next video until you've practiced this, because if you join this group, I want you to get into action, because if all you do is watch these videos and you do nothing with the information, then it's kind of a waste of time. So my goal is to get you into action. So give me that thumbs up. I'll send you the cheat sheets. I'm giving you 1 week to implement this habit, and then I'll reach out and we'll get you going with our next macronutrient. Next one we're going to talk about is going to be carbs. Have a great day. Bye.